Morning. Today we're on the downpipes for the gutters, so we'll just get straight into it. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's 32 degrees. It's just getting a bit too hot, so I need to get this done. So I'm going to need 2 brackets to hold the pipes to the wall and 2 bends for up the top. I'll show you what it's going to look like but on the other side of the house. So that's the setup there. 2 bends and then the downpipe going to the bracket. This side we had to put an adapter because the pipe wouldn't have fit into the toping, but that was my fault. I think I've put the wrong end of the pipe in. So this is how the 2 bends are going to fit together. This will be right up top at the gutter. It flows into this one, which comes down, and this will flow into, just an off cut here to show you, but this will slip into the downpipe. And then to fix it all, what I'll do is, I don't have soldering iron or lead or anything like that, so I'm just going to use some wee rivets. They're teeny wee rivets. This is in here. They're just a fine wee size and they'll hold it perfect. So I'll rivet that. Right, so I'm just going to do this on the ground because it's easier than doing it up in the air. So just make sure it's reasonably flat and in line. Just look down it, you can tell straight away if it is. So that's fine there. So you don't want to put a rivet on the bottom because the water's going to be coming down. You don't want it leaking coming out. So 1 on the top, 2 on the edges. Get a rivet on your gun, just slide it in. Make sure you've got the right adapter. You get different sizes. I've got the smallest one there. And then just line it up, get it into your drill hole, and that's it. That's that rivet in. So 1 on the top and 1 on the opposite side. Rivets. I think these rivets are 3mm, 3.2. Round about that anyway. Right, so we're going up with that. 1 here. These are Zinc gutters and they're 72-degree bends. Same good quality stuff. Right, 1 more. When you rivet and make sure once it's popped, you get these wee pins from the top of the rivet, which is this bit, of the rivet. Make sure it comes out your gun or you're going to be able to rivet. Alright, that's that done. Right, so here's our downpipe. Now this end should fit in to the top of the pipe there. Now that's probably in about 1.5 inches, so it's perfect. Now I can get some rivets into this. Now it's totally up to yourself how you fit your downpipes. But we've got the seam, which isn't a, it's a bony seam, but it's a different colour to the pipe. So what I do is have the seam facing the wall, so you never ever see it. Right, so that's where this, the bendy bit's going, right up top, right beside that aerial. So I'll get this up, get it in place and rivet it on up there, get the ladder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the bendy pipe, and then I'll get the centre of the pipe and put a string line down and mark where the bracket's going to go, so it's nice and vertical. Right, so here's my hole for my bracket. It's a, see, a 5.5 or a 6mm drill, which corresponds to a white plug where we are. And then you get your bracket with a screw. In fact, I'll show you the screw. It's got two different size threads, so the wee fat end goes into the bracket and it just screws in, and that's it in. And then we put the whole thing in and turn it, and I wanna screw it in as I wanna. Then over tighten it. Then what you want to do is take one of the screws out, let it hang, and then we'll get the downpipe in. When you're fitting your gutters, double check the ends of your gutter, because one is slightly thicker diameter, wider diameter than the other end. So have the wider diameter at the top. It's only about 1 mil, but that mil makes a big difference when you come to put pipes in and stuff. So the thin end at the bottom, fat end at the top, and then we'll throw that in, rivet it up. Right, that's the top finished. Make sure it's about the same distance out all the way up, because I'll have another bracket at the bottom to put on. It's about 3/4 of an inch, 18mm. So then all we do now is get the screw you kept and just screw it up. Right, I'll tighten it up with a screwdriver. Right, I've got my bottom bracket marked here, if you can see it. That's it there. So just exact same thing. Wee 6mm hole, white plug, screw your bracket in. Now a wee tip: when you're drilling your hole and the drill bit bogs down, that's it becoming blocked, right? So dinna try and force the drill out with it still on. Put it in reverse and then back your drill bit out, because if you get blowback and it goes in your eye, then you're in for a week of pain, because that happened to me once, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Right, so I've cut the bottom section, which is lying at the side here. Right, so again, the fat end should be at the top, so the bottom end goes in. But sometimes what you have to do is, see, it's not quite round that, so you just have to get wee squeezes with your hand, get it round, and then once you get it near, it should just slip up in. So see if we can get that in. Right, I've got it sort of nearly around. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, like that. First time. Right, so only need to go up. Get the joint at the bottom so you can kind of see the seam. Right, that's fine there. A couple of rivets. Bish bosh bosh. Yeah, was feeling flush, so I put 3 on this side. Right, just same at the bottom with the bracket, get the screw up. It's quite short here, but I'm going to have another elbow just to push the water out onto the street, save it going into the drive. So we'll get that done. Right, so there's it, one downpipe. Would that take quite half an hour with the filming, so easy job. Just take your time, keep things plumb and make sure everything fits. I could probably have put another bracket up the top, but I mean, once they're clamped up, that's absolutely solid, it's going nowhere. But I didn't have the piece for here. I'll hate to go into this town and get in later, but again, just put that on so the water kicks off onto the street and that'll be grand. Right, so that's that video done. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you could, that'll be awful fine. I'll keep the wife happy. So till next video, toodle pip.